So I was just messing around with thinking about how I might make us like a small footprint randomly generated scenario for Rebel Fury. And I think what I would do is just have like grid paper like this that's the right size and use some tiddlywinks and use these things. I think they're called the sprues. I don't remember. And then just roll a d10. So I think what you would do is like you'd have a victory location in the middle of the map. You'd roll randomly to see like where people are going to start, and maybe they could start on like opposite sides of the map or something. Like maybe if he starts here, you can roll to see if the other guy's going to start there or there. Or maybe he could even start there. Just start them in like random corners. So they're all like equidistant from the middle of the map. And then you just roll a d10 for like where terrain's going to be. So, right, like, so you say like, okay, we're going to place a patch of woods. So we're going to roll a d10 to see like maybe you roll for each corner. So you say, okay, we're going to roll it for woods starting from this corner. So first we're going to roll if it's like if it's over a 5, then we won't place any woods. And so you roll and say, okay, we're not going to place any woods from that corner. Then you say, okay, we're going to try placing from this corner. If it's over a 5, we don't place. It's over a 5, so we don't place. Now we're going to try placing from that corner. If it's over a 5, we don't place. It is. And then we're going to try from the final corner. Okay, so from there, we're going to place woods. And then you say, okay, we're going to roll a d10 for this dimension first. 7. So it's going to be 1, 2, 1. Trying to figure out how to count these. How do you count? So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we're going to roll for the row, I guess, or column. 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now you're going to roll for, similar to the when you roll for mortars in other games. So we're going to say, now we're going to roll for every one of these hexes, and we'll say if it's like over over a 4. If it's over a 4, it's going to have woods. So we say roll for the first hex, and we say, okay, it's going to have woods. So we just say like, okay, this one has woods, and you just keep going around, and maybe you do roll for the middle one as well. So you can place a patch of woods that way, and then you can do like similar stuff to place like roads. The only thing I haven't been able to figure out is how I would place streams and or how I would depict streams or major rivers using this. But you could use like different colored tiddlywinks to represent like fortifications or like villages or stuff. Like I just used green for the woods, but you could use like purple and blue to represent other stuff. And so the final thing would be the victory locations. And what you could do is like you could set a certain number of turns, and you can say, okay, whoever has control over that hex at the end of each turn gets a victory point, and it's whoever has the most victory points at the end is the winner. So that encourages people to not just like camp outside, but like actually take control of it. And you could say like, okay, well, if one side has a zone of control and the other side doesn't, then that side gets the point. If one side has a guy in the hex and the other side does, obviously the other side wouldn't, then that side that has the unit in the hex gets the point. So that way you like encourage people to be aggressive, but like don't just leave, because what happens in combat mission is that people just kind of wait until the very end of the game, and then they all rush to take control, because it's whoever has control at the end of the game is the winner. So that might be a way to like counteract that. But I could see something like this being interesting. I don't know. I'd want to experiment with it more.